Driving schools teach you how to operate a car, read road signs, and follow traffic laws. But once you hit the road in real life, you quickly realize there are critical things your instructor never mentioned. Your sitting posture, how you position your feet, checking mirrors, or handling brakes. These are the skills that keep you driving safely, smoothly, and injury-free every day. In this video, we'll cover 5 practical driving tips that driving schools never teach, but will make a noticeable difference the next time you get behind the wheel. If you find this information helpful, drop the number 5 in the comments to let me know. Five, always check mirrors and blind spots before changing lanes. Many drivers, whether new or experienced, make the same mistake, changing lanes without thoroughly checking their surroundings. Many assume a quick glance at the mirrors is enough, but in reality, rearview mirrors never show everything around your car. Every vehicle has areas that mirrors can't cover. These are your blind spots. Failing to check blind spots has caused countless collisions, especially on highways, when a car or motorcycle slips into that unseen area without the driver noticing. Blind spots are located on both sides behind the car, where side mirrors can't fully see. When you check your mirror, a vehicle next to you might be visible, but if it moves just half a car length forward, it can disappear from view. If you change lanes at that moment, you're almost certain to cut off another vehicle. Many accidents happen because drivers thought the lane was clear. To avoid this, start by adjusting your mirrors correctly. The center mirror should show the entire rear windshield without you needing to tilt your head. Side mirrors should be angled slightly outward, so your car's body only takes up a small corner of the mirror. This lets you see the adjacent lanes without turning your body. Even with perfectly adjusted mirrors, there will always be a blind spot. So, before changing lanes, signal and quickly glance over your shoulder on the same side. It takes just half a second, but confirms the lane is truly clear. Some drivers hesitate, fearing it distracts from the road ahead, but with a little practice, this becomes a natural reflex. In busy city traffic, motorcycles often ride close to your car's sides, especially on the right, where drivers tend to pay less attention. A quick shoulder check or slightly lowering your window to hear outside sounds can alert you to a vehicle right beside you. Signaling early also gives others time to move, making lane changes safer. On highways, this is even more critical. Cars move fast and gaps are tight. A single uncalculated lane change can cause a chain reaction crash. Check both mirrors carefully and gauge the speed of approaching vehicles. If a car in your mirror is getting larger quickly, it's very close. Do not change lanes then. Many newer cars have blind spot warning lights, but don't rely solely on sensors. Heavy rain, dirt, or sunlight can cause them to malfunction. Technology only assists. Your eyes and attention are what truly matter. In rain or fog, wipe mirrors clean, use the defroster if available, and slow down before changing direction. Safe driving isn't just about following the law. It's about knowing the limits of your visibility. Each time you change lanes, ask yourself, have I really checked thoroughly? That 1-second pause can prevent an avoidable accident. A good driver isn't the fastest, but the one who observes every detail around them. 4. Regularly check the brake system and brake lines. Most people focus on engine oil, coolant, or tires, overlooking that brakes are the critical difference between safety and disaster. You might tolerate a slightly weak engine or a noisy motor, but a single brake failure can lead to irreversible consequences. The thing is, brakes don't fail suddenly. They always give small warning signs that many drivers ignore until the pedal sinks or the car won't stop. Brakes work by using hydraulic pressure in the lines. Each time you press the pedal, that force travels from the pedal to the brake pads, pressing them against the rotor to create friction and slow the car. But a tiny crack, leak, or overly soft hose can cause the system to lose pressure. When that happens, the brake pedal feels soft as foam, and even pressing with full force won't stop the car. Many who've experienced this describe it as pushing into thin air. That's why regularly checking brake lines is non-negotiable. Look at the area behind the wheels, where rubber hoses carry brake fluid. If you see wet spots, rust, or smell faint oil around the wheels, that's a clear sign of a brake fluid leak. A healthy brake hose should be dry, flexible, and free of cracks. If it feels hard or swollen or makes a cracking sound when gently bent, it's time to replace it. Leaking brake fluid not only reduces system pressure, but also corrodes paint and damages nearby plastic components. While driving, pay attention to the brake pedal's feel and any sounds. A squealing or clunking noise when braking could mean the pads are worn to their limit. If the pedal vibrates or the car pulls to one side when braking, the brakes might be sticking or the rotor could be warped. Don't wait for the brake warning light to come on. By then, the system is likely nearly useless. Another common mistake is neglecting brake fluid replacement. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time, and when it holds too much water, its boiling point drops. During hard braking or downhill driving, the fluid can boil, creating air bubbles that cause the pedal to sink and brakes to temporarily fail, a phenomenon called vapor lock. Experts recommend replacing brake fluid every 2 years, or sooner if you drive in hot, humid conditions. After replacement, bleed the lines to ensure stable pressure. One critical detail: never mix different types of brake fluid. DOT3, that's DOT4, DOT5. Each has unique chemical properties and boiling points. Mixing them can create sludge, clog lines, and damage rubber seals. Always use the type recommended by the manufacturer, and only fresh fluid. Never reuse old fluid. Checking the brake system isn't hard. A quick look each month can catch issues early. When washing your car, glance at the brake lines for wet spots or oil residue. If you hear a small click when braking, or the pedal sinks deeper than usual, take the car to a garage immediately. If you're nodding in agreement, like the video now. 3. Keep your heel as a pivot when switching between gas and brake pedals. One of the most common small mistakes drivers make is lifting their entire foot off the floor when switching from the gas to the brake pedal. It might not sound like a big deal, but this habit slows your reaction time, reduces precision, and in emergencies, it could mean the difference between stopping in time and not stopping at all. Car controls are designed for drivers to keep their heel fixed in one spot, pivoting the foot between the two pedals. When your heel stays on the floor, you have a stable anchor, giving you better control, faster movement, and smoother transitions. But if you lift your whole foot each time, it takes an extra fraction of a second, a small delay that in reality can let your car travel an extra few feet. Beyond that, lifting your entire foot increases the risk of slipping off the pedal, especially if you're wearing slick-soled shoes or your foot is tired from long drives. Some drivers have experienced the heart-dropping moment of intending to hit the brake, but accidentally pressing the gas, a terrifying mistake only those who've lived it can understand. Keeping your heel as a pivot ensures you always know the exact position of the pedals without looking, allowing your foot to react instinctively. Here's the simplest way to visualize it. When your right foot is on the gas, place your heel roughly between the two pedals, slightly toward the right. To brake, just pivot your ankle to the left, moving the ball of your foot from the gas to the brake while keeping your heel in place. This technique, called heel pivot, not only saves reaction time, but also keeps your leg muscles and ankle joint flexible, reducing fatigue on long drives. Another detail few notice: when your heel stays on the floor, your lower body is more stable. The force from braking transfers through your leg to your hips and back, helping you maintain a balanced posture without lurching forward. But if you lift your foot, your body loses that anchor, forcing you to brace with your shoulders or steering wheel to stay balanced, leading to back pain, shoulder strain, or even spinal issues over time. For those with smaller feet, pivoting between pedals might feel trickier, but it's manageable. Adjust your seat so your knees are slightly bent with a comfortable distance to the pedals, allowing your ankle to pivot naturally. If the seat is too far back, you'll have to stretch your leg to reach the pedals, which slows you down and tires your leg muscles faster. Pay attention to your footwear too. Thin-soled, grippy shoes like sneakers or loafers are ideal. Avoid high heels, stiff-soled shoes, or flip-flops, as they make it harder to feel the pedal and increase the risk of slipping. In the US, many states even recommend female drivers keep a pair of driving shoes in the car, swapping them out after reaching their destination, a small habit worth adopting. Your left foot plays a key role too. Don't let it dangle in midair. Rest it on the footrest to the left. This small platform helps you stay balanced, reduces strain on your back and hips during long drives, and keeps your body stable during sudden braking or turns, allowing faster and safer reactions. Most professional drivers use the heel pivot technique. They don't press harder, they press smarter with just enough force, speed, and precision. That's the difference between a confident driver and a beginner. 2. Adjust your seat correctly. One of the most common mistakes nearly every driver makes is sitting in the wrong position. Many focus only on feeling comfortable, not realizing that how you adjust your seat directly affects your control, visibility, and even your safety in a crash. A properly adjusted seat not only keeps you comfortable on long drives, but also reduces injury risk in accidents. First, sit with your back straight and shoulders firmly against the seat, and adjust the distance so your knees are slightly bent when fully pressing the gas or brake pedal. If you have to fully extend your leg to reach the pedals, the seat is too far back. In a severe crash, this can cause your legs to absorb the full impact, risking broken bones or dislocated joints. Conversely, sitting too close to the steering wheel means your knees are nearly touching the dashboard. Beyond feeling cramped, this position can cause the airbag to deploy directly into your face or chest during a crash. The correct position allows you to touch the steering wheel with your wrists when your arms are fully extended, and while driving, your elbows should stay bent at about 120 degrees. Next, adjust the seat back angle to about 100-110 degrees, slightly reclined, neither too upright nor too low. If the seat is too reclined, you'll strain your shoulders when steering. If it's too upright, your neck and back will tire quickly. For shorter drivers, a lumbar cushion or small pillow can adjust the height, ensuring your eyes can clearly see the front edge of the hood without leaning forward. Don't forget the headrest. It should align with the top of your head, not sit too low. In a rear-end collision, a low headrest can cause your neck to snap back, leading to a classic injury called whiplash. The lower back support, lumbar support, is just as crucial. Adjust it to fit the natural curve of your lower back, reducing spinal pressures, especially on long drives. One detail often overlooked: the steering wheel shouldn't point directly at your face. Tilt it slightly downward so, if the airbag deploys, it hits your chest, a safer area. The distance between your chest and the steering wheel should be about 10-12 inches. Sitting correctly also improves blood circulation and sharpens your reflexes for handling situations. Many drivers who adjust their seat properly are surprised at how much lighter the steering feels, how much better their visibility is, and how much less their back aches. 1. Wear your seatbelt correctly to protect your body in a crash. Many people think buckling up is just a mandatory routine. Nice to have, but no big deal, especially for short trips around the block. But in reality, a seatbelt is what decides whether you survive or get seriously injured in a crash. Some drivers say, "I'm going slow, I don't need it," until an unexpected moment, a sudden stop, a minor fender bender, and their body lurches forward like a bullet. Seatbelts are designed to make your body stop at the same time as the car. Imagine this. If your car is going 60 mph and hits an obstacle, the car stops almost instantly, but your body keeps moving forward at the same speed. Without a seatbelt, that impact is like falling from the 10th floor to the ground. In just a split second, your head could slam into the steering wheel, your chest could hit the dashboard, or worse, you could be thrown from your seat. The problem is, many people wear their seatbelts incorrectly, rendering them nearly useless in a crash. Common mistakes include slipping the belt under the arm, behind the back, or only using the lap portion. These are extremely dangerous because, in a crash, The belt's force presses into your soft abdomen, potentially injuring your liver, stomach, or ribs. The correct position is to have the lap belt sitting snugly over your hip bones, where the strong bone structure can handle the force. The shoulder belt should cross the center of your chest, hugging your shoulder, not cutting into your neck or twisting. If the belt sits too high or too low, adjust the anchor point on the B pillar, near the car door. Slide it up or down so the belt runs across the middle of your shoulder, not slipping onto your neck or arm. Shorter drivers, especially women, often let the belt rub against their neck, which is dangerous. If your car doesn't have an adjustable anchor, use a seatbelt pad with soft fabric to protect your neck and shoulder. Another mistake is letting the belt twist. A twisted belt reduces its ability to distribute force, concentrating the impact on a small area instead of spreading it evenly. Before buckling, smooth out the belt and pull it gently until you hear a clear click. Then give it a quick tug. If the belt locks, the mechanism is working properly. If it pulls out freely, the locking system might be faulty and needs immediate inspection. Many avoid seat belts because they feel restrictive, especially for short city drives or quick trips. But remember, accidents don't care about distance. According to the NHTSA, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, over 50% of serious crashes happen within 5 miles of home. That means short, familiar routes are often the riskiest because drivers get complacent, skip the seatbelt, and lose focus. Seatbelts also ensure airbags work correctly. Airbags are designed to deploy when your body is held in the proper position. Without a seatbelt, you could slam into a deploying airbag at high speed, causing worse injuries. Many mistakenly think airbags can replace seatbelts, but that's a huge misconception. The two systems only work effectively together. For kids, this is even more critical. Children under 12 should not sit in the front seat and must use a proper child safety seat suited to their age and weight. Holding a child in your lap in the passenger seat might feel protective, but in a crash, you can't hold the combined force of both your bodies. Tragic incidents have happened because adults thought it's just a short drive. Seatbelts aren't a hassle. They take 3 seconds to buckle and can save your life. Make it a habit to check your seatbelt before starting the engine, just like turning on the lights or adjusting mirrors. If you're driving with passengers, don't hesitate to remind them to buckle up. Sometimes your small nudge is what keeps them safe. These small skills sound simple, but are critical for safe driving every day. Just a few habit changes can reduce countless risks on the road. If you found this helpful, please share it to help more drivers stay safe.